Hey everyone! A lot of players struggle to understand when to push the lane or to freeze it. When we talk about it, we try to avoid saying things like always push or always freeze on these champions, because in League there are always different ways to play the lane out. We just give you the general game plans that you want in certain matchups. To show you what I'm talking about, we're going to take a look at a game from Ssumday where he's playing Irelia vs Victor. We're going to give the general game plan, then look at what Ssumday did differently and why. Let's get started. Irelia is an AD bruiser versus Victor, an AP control mage. Irelia wins extended trades while Victor wins poke and burst trades. So Ssumday's game plan will be the traditional melee vs ranged game plan. Mission 1, let the wave push. Mission 2, stay healthy. And Mission 3, look for all-ins or extended trades. Victor's game plan will be slow push the wave, poke and harass when they go for CS, and avoid extended trades. Alright, let's break down the gameplay. At the start of the lane, Victor does a little wave management trick. If you grab the wave before they meet and drag them to the side like this, the wave will push to you. So Victor gets the wave pushing to his side, which means he's going to fail mission 1. Ssumday is finishing leashing though and heads to lane. He uses the brush for mission 2 while auto attacking to get some minions low and uses his Q to start stacking his passive. Now that these minions are all low, he uses his Q to grab them all, which brings his passive to 4 stacks, then goes all in for mission 3 using Q for the last stack to proc his passive. Since Victor didn't push the wave early and doesn't have a big wave stacking, he loses this trade really hard. So let's break this down so you guys can understand what just happened. Victor didn't push the wave early, meaning he wanted to freeze. This isn't completely terrible or wrong, but he was playing so far up like he was pushing and had a big wave behind him. But he didn't. If he's going to let the wave push to him, he needs to respect that he's a range vs melee champion who crushes him in all-ins, meaning he needs to stand around here. This might have seemed Irelia specific, but with the way Victor was positioned, other champions that have strong extended trades with a slow, stun, or gap closer could have done the same. For example, if he was Jax or Darius, because Victor is in the brush at this point, all Ssumday would have had to do was cut him off and run diagonally at him like this. On Irelia, he has the gap closer, so it doesn't matter, but on Darius or Jax, Jax can stack up his passive on the minions, then go in with his stun, and Darius can go in and catch him with W, then run him down like this as well. Anyways, the wave is pushing to Victor, but Ssumday is level 2 with a health advantage, and his jungler is on top side. He starts pinging his jungler to head over for a dive, so his goal now is to crash the wave on the tower. So he focuses on the minions while landing a stun on the Victor to pressure him away from harassing. But the Victor disrespects Ssumday again, so he stacks his passive and goes in with a clean Q auto attack to chunk him a little more before Sejuani gets here. Before talking about the dive, let's talk about why what this Victor just did was so bad. It's easy to say, well, he didn't dodge the stun and let Irelia damage him. But a concept here that is universal to any top matchup is that when the wave is pushing to you like this, the most important thing to do is to stay healthy, as the higher elo you go, the higher the chance a jungler dives you. This is really high elo, so the odds are around 99%. Anyways, Sejuani shows up, and it's an easy dive for them. Something small here in case you're ever diving in your own game. If you have a tanky jungler, or anyone that can drop turret aggro easily, like Elise or Yi, always let them damage the enemy top laner first so the turret focuses them. They can take way more hits than you, and it's better if they die, as your life is always the most important. After that kill, Ssumday wants to recall right away, as Victor is going to TP back to lane with full health. Alright, if you were Ssumday here, would you TP back to lane or save it? So there's actually no right or wrong answer here, which is kind of the point of this video. In most League scenarios, there are multiple options. He can teleport back to lane because his jungler is topside, meaning he can keep pressuring the lane or set up another gank, or he can save the TP to have the TP advantage. So Ssumday decides to use his TP here. But we think he missed an opportunity to get really far ahead. His mid laner just got dove and died mid, so a huge wave is crashing on mid tower. If he uses teleport there, he can collect the huge wave, then head top, which will also have a huge wave crashing. Let us know what you think. Was this a mistake or not? Anyways, when he TPs back to lane, the wave is pushing to him, so he could set up a freeze to look for an all-in when Victor gets too close. But since his jungler is there, he gets the wave pushing again. His jungler recalls though, so he finishes pushing in the wave, making sure it crashes on the tower. This is very important as it prevents the enemy top laner from freezing and gives you top lane priority. Whenever you are pushing waves and getting top lane priority, you want to go through a checklist in your head like this. Can I dive the enemy top laner cleanly? If not, are there any wards to clear or deep vision to get? And after that, do I need to recall? And if not, look to roam mid. These are the main things you want to do with top lane priority, as you don't want to just stand around doing nothing while they CS under tower. So Ssumday can't dive Victor right now. He heads into river, clearing this control ward, then heads towards mid after seeing Rengar on this ward. When he gets there, he cleans up an easy kill on LeBlanc, then pushes in the next wave before heading to top lane again. He has a big wave waiting for him when he gets there, since he crashed the wave and got it to bounce back, so he clears that in the next one to give him a clean recall and a lot of gold to spend. And since that was a cannon wave, it will set up a slow push back the other way. When he gets back to lane, the wave is set up perfect for a freeze, and since his jungler isn't around to dive, he's going to actually hold it this time. Without Fedius right now, and the fact that he's level 6, Victor knows he can't walk up to last hit, so Ssumday freezes this wave for 2.5 minutes, denying an insane amount of CS from Victor, as he only grabbed a few with his laser from far away, leaving Victor with 53 to Ssumday's 88. Alright, at this point, Ssumday is way ahead of Victor and this lane is over, so let's recap. At the start of the lane, Victor got the wave pushing to him with a small wave management trick, but disrespected how strong melee champions are at level 1. So Ssumday stacked his passive and went all in, chunking him hard. Ssumday called his jungler over to dive, so he focused on crashing the wave and chunked Victor one more time before Sejuani got there to make it a really easy kill. Then, he TP'd back to lane, shoved the wave in again to get him top lane priority, and used it to clear top vision and roam mid to get another free kill. After that, he went back to top lane and froze the wave for 2.5 minutes, denying Victor a ton of CS, leaving Ssumday with 88 to Victor's 53, putting him even further ahead than he already was. Alright, that's going to be it for this one. Thanks for watching.